Today is the day, guys. I look crazy because it's literally 3:50 a.m. I'm gonna leave like in the next 30 minutes to catch my flight to LA, and then I'm going to Korea. Oh my gosh. Of course, being me, I save everything for last minute. This is my luggage, still not closed, and I need to leave soon. So see you guys when I get to the airport. Hey guys, I just made it on the plane to Korea. I have the whole row to myself. As you can see, I have the whole row, and there's literally like no one on this flight, which is perfect because now I get to lay out. I have my Starbucks, I have some food down there and some snacks. It's gonna be a 13-hour flight, so wish me luck. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I already had a 6-hour flight from Miami to LA, and now it's 13 hours from LA to Seoul. They gave us a blanket, a water bottle, and they have a pillow too, and there's a pillow on each of the seats, so that's even better. Like I said, this flight is empty, so I feel like I'm gonna have a pretty good flight. Hopefully they have some good movies. The flight attendant just came by and gave me some stuff, so I got these cool headphones to watch the TV. I think this is a little eye mask, not too sure. Or you know what I think it is? I think it's some slippers. Toothbrush and toothpaste, which is awesome. And some little slippers. Let me show you. Oh, swaggy.
That's a motherfucker lemon pepper steppers on, man. Tie them hoes up tight to where you ain't got no circulation in your ankles.
I have this pouch, which is actually a really nice quality pouch. Like, I will definitely be using this. So in here, I think this is like a little thing to put your shoes back on. Another toothbrush and more toothpaste. I'm stocked up. How cool! A brush and a comb. A sleeping mask, like an eye mask. And there's a little body lotion, body wash, and chapstick in this little thing. Since it's my first time, he said to gradually add this hot sauce because he said it was super spicy. And then some rice. So I will let you know how it tastes. So guys, I'm finally done with my 2-week quarantine, finally settled into my apartment here in Korea. I've actually been in Korea already for a month now, so kind of crazy that I'm now just getting to this video, but better late than never. I'm here in Korea, all done. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about my process getting here with COVID and all the restrictions and all of that. But first, let me tell you guys why I'm even here.
because I don't think you guys even know that yet. But I'm here on a E2 teaching visa. I am teaching English here in South Korea. I'm actually in Daegu right now, so that's where I'm going to be teaching. That's where my school is at and all of that. It's like the 4th largest city here in Korea, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of Daegu vlogs and just a lot about my travel in South Korea, so get ready for that. But let's get started with what this video is about, which is how I even got here. So there was this super long visa process. If you guys want to know about exactly how to be a teacher in South Korea, definitely let me know down below, and I'll make a video on just how I became a teacher in South Korea. But after all that visa process, after I got my visa and my passport, I bought a plane ticket, obviously, and I came to Korea. But at the time when I got my ticket, you had to show that you were COVID free. You had to show a negative PCR test within 72 hours before my flight. So I went and got my negative test. I printed it out. I had like 2 copies. I definitely recommend bringing a copy of it and not just showing it on your phone, because they do take it from you. Got my PCR test, went to the airport at like 4 in the morning, as you saw from the beginning of this video. And when I got to the airport and when I was checking in my bags, the guy just wanted to see that I had my negative PCR test with me, and I was all good to go. I checked my bags and then I waited for my flight. I had a layover in LA for 2 hours, so it was a 6-hour flight from Miami to LA, and I had a 2-hour layover, which I got like food and all of that. Then I took my flight to South Korea. Before I got on that flight though, they wanted to see my negative PCR test again, so I showed them before I got on that flight. Then I went on the flight. It was 13 hours long. I watched tons of movies, and while I was on the flight, they gave me like 5 papers to fill out, just talking about where I am staying, a good phone number to reach me at, the address. They wanted to know why I was there, what I was bringing, all of that. It was a lot of repetition of like my address. You just really want to know where you're staying for the 2 weeks. If you don't have a place, you have to stay in a government facility, which is like, I think close to $1,400 that you need to pay if you don't have a place to stay. After I'm done with the flight, I wait in this really long line for arrivals, and basically that's like the checkpoint before they check all your stuff, even though they still check your stuff there. So once you're done with the line and get to the person, that's when they check your temperature. They check that you have your PCR test again. They check your passport, and they check why you're there and your address, and they put a little stamp on your passport. It's like this little sticker, it just says like PCR. So after you're done with that line, then you wait in another line where they help you install this app on your phone, which is kind of just like it pretty much tracks you, and you have to enter your temperature and if you have any symptoms every day, twice a day for the 2 weeks that you're in quarantine. If you miss it, I don't really know what happens, but I think you could get fined or deported. I didn't miss it, thank God. But basically you just enter your information on this app. There's a person there helping you enter your information, and that person's going to answer any questions that you have on the app, and they just make sure that you do it correctly. So after you're done with all the app stuff, you wait in another line for a person to verify your address that you're staying for quarantine, and they also verify the contact that you have in Korea, because if anything happens, they need to make sure that you have a contact and they can reach someone that lives in Korea that will just basically like say that yes, you're staying in Korea, and yes, I know you're here. So they verify that information. My person actually didn't answer on the first try, so I was like getting nervous. I'm like, what if this guy doesn't answer? But whatever, they answer, they verify, all good. Now you move into like the, I guess, immigration part, where you just wait in line, and that's where they just check your passport, check that everything's good, and then you're done with all that stuff. Then you wait in this waiting area to either get on a bus or get to where you're going, or if you have to take a taxi, there has to be a certain taxi that's like COVID safe, because they don't want you contaminating anyone else. But luckily my school set me up with a driver, so my driver picked me up and took me to my Airbnb that I was gonna quarantine for 2 weeks. Finished all that, and now I'm here in Korea. I hope that was informative enough. I'm sure if you're thinking about coming here anytime soon, it's gonna be a little less restricted. I know already that if you're vaccinated, you don't have to do the 2-week quarantine, so that's awesome. But yeah, I am so excited. I already have some videos that I plan on getting up after this one. But if you guys want to know more about my teaching process here and how to become a teacher here in South Korea, don't forget to let me know down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys are excited for vlogs in South Korea. Woo!